In this video, we'll look at how templates work in Workflowy. We'll also show you how to make your own templates in Workflowy, and I'll give some examples of ones that I use in my own setup. Okay, let's dive in. But before we begin, let's talk about what templates are in Workflowy. So in researching, I found out that Workflowy calls a few different things templates. The first one is that it has guides and templates. So Workflowy has a great selection of templates for you to be able to insert into your own Workflowy instance. We'll cover some of those later in the video. The featured template is what I will be explaining today and giving a few ideas on how to use this. Okay, so this is my personal Workflowy. Let's go ahead and add a new node. We'll call this one templates. So we'll say this is a tool and we'll say templates. Then we can click into templates itself here. Let's go ahead and make a new one. So really the benefit of templates is being able to use text over and over again in a pattern that you're wanting to track. So let's say that you have something for a to-do list. Let's say daily to-do. And then you have we'll do a lock for archive. We'll do another one like a mailbox for inbox, things that you just want to collect that come into your mind over the day. And then we'll do a calendar here and we'll say today. Now you may be wondering, how do I insert in those emojis? That's using an app called Rocket, and I'll link that in the description below. Okay, and then maybe let's say we'll have a placeholder to-do item here. Workflowy supports to-do items, so we can go ahead and click here and choose to-do. And so that'll allow us to be able to check and uncheck items as to-do lists. So this is what I want my template to be, these items right here. So what we can do is we can click on the menu and then we'll choose make template. And that'll put the hash template here. That's a way you can be able to filter and find other templates. And so then we'll copy the template button here and then we can paste it wherever we want. So if I go back here and I'll make a new box called all to do, and then I will press Command V or Control V to paste. And so what that does is it creates a new instance of my daily to-dos. So if I click on here, then it'll have my daily to-do, and then I can have my archive inbox, etc. And it just pasted that in. Maybe you don't want the top level here and you just want to have a template with archive inbox today. That's fine too. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some examples of templates. So I'm going to go here to my Workflowy tips and info. I've got some templates that I've already set up ahead of time. These are the ones that I actually use in my own instance. So one of the ones I use is for a doctor's appointment. So in Workflowy, I have an area called doctors. And then inside of that, I have the different types of doctors that I go to. So for instance, let's say primary care, dentist, and vision. And so I keep those sorted out. And then under primary care, I may say, this is Dr. and their number is 867-5309. And then under that, I will press tab. And then what I do is I put a template here called appointment. So it says I have 19 mirrors. So you click on, so what I want to do is put the template inside of the doctor itself. I'll go ahead here, click on the menu, and then choose mirror, and then press Command V or Control V on my keyboard to paste that in there. Now that will create the button to be able to duplicate that template over and over again. And so likewise, I will do the same for my dentist, and I will do the same for my eye doctor. And then if I click on new date appointment here, so what that does is it creates a date and then appointment. So in the date, I can put today and then press tab. That creates the date in Workflowy for today. And then if I expand this, I have a couple of different items here. Mention to the doctor, so things that I want to remember to tell them about, the diagnosis of what they're telling me about, and some to-do items that I can mirror to then to a doctor's to-do list to be able to keep track of, oh, I need to go pick up this prescription or whatever that may be. Another example is for work. So being able to keep track of different meetings. So go ahead and paste in that template here, put in my work template, say what weekday is today. So I will say today is Tuesday, and then I can put in my notes, any meeting and tasks that came up for that day. And this is a great way for me to kind of like bullet journal what I did that day and to be able to consolidate my notes and the different meetings that I had that were maybe recurring, can be able to mirror those in here too. If you have an idea for a template that you'd like to share, put it in the comments below and I'll check it out. Lastly, let's take a look at the personal templates that Workflowy provides. And they have a whole bunch of them, but I just clicked into personal here. Okay, so if we scroll down, we'll see the Atomic Habits template that I mentioned earlier in the video. Let's say I want to take this template and put it into my Workflowy. So I'll go ahead and click on Copy Template here. And so this pulled up my Workflowy since I was already signed in. And then it has a link to the templates page that we were just on and the Atomic Habits template here. And so it's got a bit of a Kanban board. Then it's got some of the laws of how that works. So if I were going to use this in my own Workflowy, I would go ahead and take this, pull it into my templates node here. And then let's take a look at what it looks like. All right. And then I will choose Make Template. And so now that has the Atomic Habits template button here. So if I want to, I can go ahead and duplicate that, be able to expand it and see what my weekly agenda was. I think it's just a good way of being able to quickly copy and paste what that template would be and to collect a few. Thanks for checking out templates and Workflowy with me. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more productivity videos diving into Workflowy, app reviews, and everything else tech. If you liked this video, be sure to check out the video on how to make to-do lists in Workflowy, and I'll see you on the next one.